everyone, it's Tutorials by A here, and today I will be showing you how to create this really cool Inca bracelet. Now here is the one without the border and here is one with the border. So you can do this two ways. If you don't have as many bands, you can always opt for the one without the border. And yeah, so if you do happen to make the one with the border, let me just tell you in advance, make it a little bit longer than your wrist size when you make this one at first, because what we'll do is we'll make this first and then we'll add the border on after we finish creating this. So make this one a little bit longer if you want to add a border on, because it does shrink the bracelet down a little bit, and I had no clue, so I had to add an extension on, but that's okay. So anyways, credits for this design go to G the Loomster Life on Instagram. You can check them out, their username and the link is in the description box down below. So anyways, before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And now without further ado, let's get started. So today you will need a hook and about 40 bands for the bracelet without the border, and then for the border you will need about 36 bands. You will also need one C-clip to hold your bracelet together. All my bands today and supplies are from RainbowLoom.com, and in this tutorial I will be using Caribbean Green and Pink Lemonade and white for my border. So yeah, I'll have RainbowLoom.com linked in the description box down below in case you'd like to go check out their site. They've got a ton of new bands there, and yeah, you should definitely go take a look. So anyways, now without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my hook in my right hand, because obviously I'm right-handed, and I'm going to grab my first band color, which will be pink, and I'm going to wrap this around my hook twice, so that way you get something like this, and it doesn't matter the direction. Then you're going to take your next color, and then you will pull that through this cap band that we just made on our hook and put the end back on. So that way you get something like this, just a single chain link on here. After that, we're going to start with the kind of Inca pattern. So we're going to grab our next color of band, pull it through only the first loop on our hook. So you're going to pull it through this one, but not the next one. And then slide these down and place the other end back onto your hook, so that you get something like this. Now what we're going to do is we have 3 layers of bands here on our hook, as you can see. So I'm going to grab the middle layer and then pull that over the very right layer. So I'll do that again just to show you. So we've got 3 layers, grabbing the middle layer, and I'm going to pull it over the very right layer. So it's over that one, like this. Then you're going to grab this middle layer and pull it over your hook, like that. And there you go. So now we're going to go ahead and do the next step, which is you're going to grab this, slide your hook out very carefully, and then you're going to kind of put your hook in through the other end. So I'll show you again. So this is how my hook was. I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to put it in through the other direction, like that. Then we're going to take our next band color, slide it on our hook, pull it through only the first band here, and put the other end back on, so that way you get something like this. Now we've got 3 layers of bands here, 2 of my Caribbean Green and then 1 of my Pink Lemonade. So we're going to grab the center one here, and you're going to pull it over the right band, so that way the pink is now sandwiched in the middle. Then you're going to grab the pink as it's sandwiched in the middle and pull it over your hook, like that. So that way you get something like this. And now we're going to go ahead, grab this bracelet. I'm going to pull it off of my hook and insert my hook back into the bands, but from the other direction, just like that. And we're ready to do the steps again. So then you're going to grab your next color, pull it through just the first band, and then put the other end back onto your hook, so that way you get something like this. 2 layers of the same color here, and then 1 of another color. Then we are going to grab the center band, which is this pink one, and you're going to pull it over the band on the right. So that way the band on the right is now sandwiched in the center. Then you're going to grab it in the center and pull it over those bands there. So that way you get something like that. Then we're going to grab the bands here, pull our hook out, and insert it through the other direction. Just like that. And then we're going to repeat the steps again. So grab your next band color, pull it through the first band, and then slide the other end back on. Now again, we've got 3 layers here. We're going to grab the center one, pull it over the one that's on the right, so that way it's sandwiched like that. Then grab the one that's now in the middle, which should be the different colored one, and pull it over your hook, just like that. So now you're going to grab the bracelet, pull the hook out, and insert it through the other direction, just like that. Now we're going to grab our next colored band, put it on our hook, slide it through the first loop, and then put our end back onto the hook. Then you're going to grab the middle layer, pull it over the right layer, just like that. So then you're going to grab the new middle layer and pull that over and release, so that we get something like this. Then we're going to hold on to this, pull the hook out of the bands, and insert it back through in the other direction, like that. Grab your next color, put it on, and then pull that through the first loop, and then add the other end back on. You should have 3 layers now. You're going to pull the middle layer over the right layer, so that way you get something like this. Pull the middle layer over, so you get something like that. Then we're going to grab this, pull our hook out, and insert it through the other direction, so that way you get something like this. So you should have the hang of it now, but I'm still going to show you how to do this, but I'm going to go a little bit quicker now. So grab your next layer and put it through the first layer, just like that. Then you're going to grab the middle layer, sorry about that, pull it over the right layer, and then you're going to grab the new middle layer and pull that over and release. So that way you get something like this. Now we're going to go ahead, flip our bracelet around, so pull this out and stick your hook back in through the other direction, like that. Grab your next color, put that on your hook, slide it through the first layer, put the other end back on, then grab the middle layer, pull it over the right layer, and then grab the new middle layer and pull that over. So that way you get something like this. Always make sure you flip the bracelet around, so just stick your hook in through the other direction. Then grab your next band, pull it through the first layer, just like that. Grab the middle layer, pull it over the right layer, and then grab the new middle layer and pull that over, just like that. Now we have to flip our bracelet around, so stick your hook in through the other direction, and then grab your next band, pull it through the first loop here, pull the middle layer over the right layer, grab the middle layer and pull it over, flip your bracelet around, and begin the next step. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this 3 more times, and then I'll be going off camera to finish this. So if you're still having trouble, that's okay. Take your time. You can always rewind the video. So we're going to go ahead, grab our next color, pull it through the first loop and add the other end back on. Grab the middle layer, pull it over the right layer, grab the new middle layer and pull that over the top layer and over the hook. Flip your bracelet around, just like that. Then grab your next color, pull it through the first layer, and add the other end back onto your hook. Pull the middle layer over the right layer, and then pull the new middle layer over your hook. Like that. Grab your bracelet, flip it around, and start the next one. Pull it through the first loop. Oh goodness, there we go. Pull this over the right layer, and then pull the middle layer over the hook, just like that. Okay, so I will now be going off camera to finish the rest of this bracelet. If you are still having trouble, then please feel free to rewind the video. Take your time. It is a little bit trickier to make bracelets on your hook if you are newer to them, so it's totally understandable. You are doing great. So anyways, I will be right back to show you how to add the border on if you choose to make a border. If not, you can always add a C-clip and finish your bracelet just like this. Okie dokie, so I finished my bracelet and I went ahead and added a C-clip on the end. Now if you want to finish your bracelet and be done, then you can go ahead and add the C-clip to the opposite end and have your bracelet here. However, if you'd like to add a border on, then I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that now. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the end that doesn't have a C-clip on it, so the one with the cap band or the circular band right here. And I'm going to do something a little bit different than G the Loomster Life did, but it's not that big of a difference. It's just to improve the overall appearance of the bracelet. So at the end we have this cap band or this circular band here, and we've got 2 layers for this, and we're going to split those and put those on like opposite sides, so that way it's like a figure 8 here, just like that. So first off, we've got 2 sides of our bracelet here. We've got one with all my Caribbean blue bands, or green, sorry, and all of my pink lemonade bands. I'm going to start with the side that has all the Caribbean green bands. We're going to do the same thing to both sides, it doesn't matter which one you start with. So you're going to stick your hook into the side of the cap band that is the same side as all these loops of the Caribbean green, or whatever color you happen to be using. And then you're going to take a white band or whatever color you're using for your border, pull that through this loop, and add your other end back on. So that way you get something like this. Now we're going to go ahead and stick our hook into this green loop here, just like that. So stick it through the loop, grab another border band, and this time you're going to pull this through all the 3 layers here. So pull it through all 3, and then add the end back onto the hook, like that. So now you're going to stick your hook into the next green band, grab a border band, and then pull it through all 3. Just like that. Go into the next one. Grab another border band and pull that through all 3. Then add this end back on, just like that. So as you can see, this is what the bracelet looks like so far. And we're going to go ahead and continue this into the next one. And then pull it through all 3. Just like that. Your hook goes into the next loop. Border band again, just 1. And you're going to pull this through all 3, add the other end back onto your hook, pull it through the first one, pull this through all 3, put this back onto your hook, and then I'll show you this a few more times since this is a fairly simple process. So, pull it through. Sorry if you hear clinging in the background, clinking of dishes. My sister is being really loud. So we're going to go ahead and grab this next border band, pull it through, and add that back on. So then you're going to go through the next loop here, grab a single band, pull it through, I'll show you one more time. Green band here. Pull through all three and add the other end back on. Okay, so here on out, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the video, and I will be right back when I am finished with the rest of my border on this side. Okay, so I'm here at the last one right there. It's a little bit hard to see, but I'm going to stick my hook inside of this last one here. Pull my band through all three. Add this other end back on. And now these two bands are going to go on my C-clip. So I'm just going to use this C-clip, get a hold of it, and then I'm going to add the two bands on my hook onto here. So if you see how I'm holding this, and then sliding these onto the C-clip if I can. There we go. Just like that. So as you can see, that is how I have secured it. So far we've got one border on, just like that. Looks pretty cool, but we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other side of our bracelet. So I'm gonna flip my bracelet over so that way I'm working on the pink side now. So over here we've got our figure 8 again, as you can see. I'm gonna work on this side of the figure 8 now, so I'm gonna stick my hook inside this pink band here, take a single border band, and pull that through this loop. Add the other end back on, and we're ready to start our process again. So just to recap, you're going to go inside this next loopy band here, grab a border band and pull through all three, and then add this end back on. Go inside the next one, take your hook, put this band on, go through all three, and then add the other band back on. Stick your hook inside the next loop. And then after this, I don't like to just fold it over. I like to scoot my hook up so that way this won't fall off. And I'll hold it down as I add on my next band. So one last time, pull this on, pull through all three, just like that. So you're gonna continue that process till you get to the end of this. Okay, so I'm here on my last one. Just like that. So this is my bracelet so far. And I must say, if you are going to add a border on, maybe make your center bracelet a little bit longer, because this one obviously is not long enough for myself. So now what we're going to do is you're going to take your hook, leave these border bands on, but you're going to stick it inside these two green ones here that are on the C-clip. Stick it inside the two ones that are on the C-clip, and then the other two white ones on the opposite end that are also in the C-clip. Just like that. And then you're going to do your best and try to remove the C-clip from these bands. So, just like that. So I've removed the C-clip from that. That is a little tricky, so please pause the video if you're not to this point yet. But since I do need to add an extension, and you may too, we're going to go ahead and take a single white border band, pull it through all of these bands, and add the other end on there. Just like that. And then if you need to make a single chain to extend your bracelet, then do so until you've got your desired length. Just like that. And I think I'll go for 2 more lengths here. Goodness, dropped that one. Okay, so I added a little bit of an extension because I made the mistake of making my bracelet a little bit too small. So I'm going to go ahead and add my C-clip onto here, just like that, so that we get something like this. Now you're going to take your C-clip on this end, and you're going to find this end link right here that's in the center, and put your C-clip onto there. Just like that. and we are now finished. So anyways, that is how you create this really cool Inca bracelet. Thank you all so much for watching this tutorial. I really hope it helped you guys out and that you like this design. Again, credits go to Jean the Loomster Life on Instagram for creating this bracelet. Their account name is also in the description box below if you'd like to go check them out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if it helped you out, and hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And find me on all my social media sites that are in the description box down below. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!